Hi everyone, it's Tara here with Create Life Paper Words, and today I am up for the Crafty Channel Surf Something Inspirational team with something old. So I decided to use some wedding photos, and almost 10 years ago to the date that I recorded this is when these pictures were taken, and strangely this is actually the first that I've worked with any of these photos. So I definitely feel that these can be used as something old. I did look through some older photos I'd had from my childhood, but I just didn't really find anything that I had felt I wanted to work with. So when I remembered that I hadn't done anything with my wedding photos yet, I pulled them out. And so I'm just laying them out. I'm going to put this in my weekly Project Life album as a little insert because my husband and I are celebrating our 10th wedding anniversary on the 22nd of September. And I believe I recorded this on like the 21st. So yeah, very, very close to that. And I just thought it'd be fun to look back on that. And it'd be really neat to have that comparison of our photos 10 years later. It would have been really good if I had thought to get a picture of the two of us. That would have been even smarter. Yeah, and I did not. So we are, I guess it's just the photos I have in my album. I went through all my white cards. I knew I wanted to have a very white background based. And I had pulled out some Studio Calico ones, and then I remembered that I had this pack from Close to My Heart, and it is white with golds, well, just gold foil on them. And I had originally bought them for watercoloring because you're able to watercolor this paper. It's a bit of a heavier paper, but I didn't want to do that for this layout. I wanted to keep the gold in there, and I really like this. I guess it's sort of a not necessarily an off-white, but it's definitely like a distressed white paper, and that is from Stampin' Up, and it's a 6x6 in a paper pad of wood grains, and I absolutely love it. I definitely will be using it quite a bit, so I decided to do that. And then I felt I needed to mat these 3x4 horizontal cards as well, so they are matted onto just some plain white cardstock, and then I also found a bit of gold and for the top one, and that gold is, I think it's like a acetate is what it is, and I want to say I got it from Studio Calico a couple of years ago. So that's sort of what I ended up doing for the matting part. I just really wanted to pull out the gold that was in the other cards. I also went and pulled out some of my thickers. I've got a couple different sets here just because I'm running out of letters in a lot of them. So I'm using some Felicity Jane ones, and I think I'm also using some just American Crafts ones. And then those fun sparkly gold hearts as well. I wanted to use those. Those are a Studio Calico set, and I've had them for a while, so I'm sort of trying to use them up. So all I did was I Love You, Happiness Is Us, Mr. and Mrs. Just trying to, it's my husband and I, so just sort of talking about our day. And I decided not to do much embellishment on the photos. The reason I decided not to is because I really wanted the photos to not be cluttered with anything else and just have the photos speak, whereas I wanted the embellishments to be on the cards and just sort of accentuate the cards as opposed to accentuating the photos. I do find that by matting those couple photos on the white, that really brings them out, and you can really tell that they really pop that way. So all I had done was picked I think I picked, what is that, 7 photos that I really loved. Some were from our professional photographers, some were ones that my aunts had taken for us and passed on to me. So just sort of a variety of people having taken them. The one I'm working on right now is my absolute most favorite. We had a wedding videographer for our wedding, and so they were getting us set up when my aunt took that photo. So someone's actually holding the veil, and I cropped that out because I didn't want to show that. But yeah, that's my favorite wedding photo. And unfortunately, I don't think the quality is going to be good enough, because I would have loved to have that one in a really big size. So, but that is okay. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me as I put together my something old. And you can find more videos on the Crafty Channel Surf Facebook group. I will link it below. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, I hope that you do so. And you can always find me on Instagram at Create Life Paper Words. If you have any questions or comments, I would love for you to leave them below. And we will see you guys later. Bye!